Hello, it is Wisdom Wednesday, September 12th, 2018. Steve Sipress here. Just flew into Midway Airport, Chicago, Illinois. I flew in on Southwest, and I'm in the Southwest terminal, making my way out of the airport and into the beautiful and beautifully mismanaged and horribly run city of Chicago, where I lived, the Chicago area, for about 14 years or so. And so, you know, the slogan, Southwest, maybe you hear it, used to have it on the commercials all the time, ding, 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 you are free to move about the country, right? Take off on the, you're free to move about the cabin that the pilot says when he removes the seatbelt sign. So they say, and Jim is here, good seeing you, you're free to move about the country. Well, here's the deal. Of course, hopefully you're watching this, as I always say, you're a business owner. And business owners, we cherish our freedom. I know I got the land of the free, even though so many people have their own shots to be able to make our own way. Yeah, there's risks, there's ups, there's downs, but we like it that way because we have the freedom from control. And there's about half the country that is always asking to be controlled more by the government. Higher taxes, more government programs, more handouts, more benefits. They want the government to take over everything from health care to transportation, who knows what, manufacturing. And there's the outright socialists who are all for government taking over everything, right? But we cherish our freedom, and yet you got to remember this when you're selling and marketing your business. Most people don't live that way. Especially, I'm reminded of that as I am now back here in the city of Chicago, where so many people complain about the city. Now, rightly so. It's pretty much the most mismanaged. Oh, we're back. So he's totally mismanaged and misrun the city. He's not going to run. They'll get somebody in there, but so much of a mess. Going to take the right strategies and the right programs and the right mindset to get this city anywhere back to something. So people here in Chicago complain all the time. Oh, Chicago sucks because of this, and doesn't this suck, and doesn't that suck? And I'm reminded by the Southwest Airlines slogan. You know what? People in Chicago and anywhere else, you're not happy, you're free to move about the country. And yes, that goes for, I know the excuse makers will say, well, not everyone is, because some people are so poor they can't. No, that's just not true. Because they're certainly not as poor as people were. Oh, we're back. They're not as poor as people were 150 years ago when the Manifest Destiny and the Go West young man, and they just picked up their stuff and put it in a horse-drawn carriage and just made their way. You know, hobos travel from city to city. I was going to go up the escalator, and that's silly. I'm already paying too much of the recording. I'm already down here on the level to get the heck out of here. What the heck is the holdup? Goodness. All right, that was craziness. And so, you got to remember when you're selling and marketing, unless you're selling to business owners, and not in the airport, Ace. Just a place with lots of planes and baggage and travelers around. Skeptical about your marketing and your messaging and becoming a customer, a client, a patient, a member of yours, because their excuses will keep them in place. So they'll say things like, in my world, as a business consultant, marketing expert that helps people make a ton of money, a lot of business owners will say, oh yeah, I want to make more money. And then when I start explaining them some of the things they'll do, they just start coming up with excuses. Well, but yeah, but That's not the way we've been doing it. And, in other words, they're stuck with the ways they've been doing it. Or, my partner won't let me. They're stuck with that partner. Or, in our area, blah, blah, blah. Or I hear a lot of excuses, industry. In our industry, blah, 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 blah. You're stuck with the norms of that industry. See, you're not stuck with anything. You're free. It's America. You're free to do smart marketing instead of what everyone else does, thinking you're stuck doing that. You're free to make a lot more money instead of being stuck saying, I just want to survive, or I'd like to grow by 5% or 10%. Thankfully, I'm recording this on an iPhone. Thankfully, Steve Jobs didn't think that way. He said, I want to increase by thousands of %. I'm going to change the world. He wasn't stuck with the old technology. He said, I'm going to invent some new ways of doing things, new ways of managing, new ways of manufacturing, new ways of selling, new items, new everything. You're not stuck. You are free to move about the country and anywhere else. Remember that. That's my tip for Wisdom Wednesday, coming to you from pretty much the worst run city in America, good old Chicago. I'm here for one of my clients. I'll be keynoting an address at his event tomorrow, and then I got my event with some of my very high-end private clients taking place over the next 2 days, Friday and Saturday. So, spectacular weekend of me. Multi-millions of dollars of deals will be done. Be great to see my clients. We meet together in person 3 times a year. It's our 1 time a year here in Chicago. And next will be in January. We'll be in Florida at a spectacular location. And but here in Chicago, it's a crappy location. But since I was here for years, I got a bunch of clients that are right around here, and it's convenient for people to fly in. So we'll put up with it for a few days, but we will recognize when my event ends, everyone will know they're free to move about the country, and they'll get the heck out of Chicago, unlike so many people who complain about it but stay here. So remember, that's the people you're marketing to. If you're marketing to the masses, you got to really be persuaded. Human beings hate making decisions, and they hate change. So they love to talk about being stuck, and they think they're stuck, and even if they don't say it out loud, subconsciously at the very least, they believe they're stuck with everything. And it's our job to move them, to motivate them, to manipulate them, to sell them, to encourage them, to influence them, to persuade them, whatever you want to call it. You got to get people unstuck and into a better place, which means buying our products and services, of course. Again, I'm assuming, as always, that you have excellent products or services that help people. All right, I see a few comments, questions, concerns, issues. Let's see. Ace says you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't make both. Of course, I had that sign up at over 300 events that I hosted over the years. I gave it away to another event host, so I won't have that at my event this weekend, but yes, I like to say that. Now, of course, you can make excuses and make money. Plenty of people do. But wouldn't it be nice to be in a world where people stop making excuses? All right, Jeremy Danley is here. Great seeing you, George. And Ace says if you have 2 feet, you can move. Well, and as wheelchairs go by here, even if you have no feet, you can move. So you can move whether you have 2 feet, 1 feet, no feet, 6 feet. I don't give a crap. You can move, you can change, you can do better. That doesn't just go for America, by the way. I mean, even in ridiculously government-controlled places, even worse than America, like China, like North Korea. You can likely move about the country. You can't do as many things as America, and yet so many Americans act like they live in China or North Korea. Oh, I can't do that. Not allowed to do that. You don't understand. I can't do that. No, you can. All right. And Jeremy Danley says, I got out not before joining your group. That was a positive. Well, you can. And again, I got clients all over the world. You can join my private client group from anywhere. Great to have you on board, Jeremy Danley. I know you were in Chicago and you're out. Now you're coming back to Chicago for my private client event. It'll be great to see you over the next few days. So I am about to get out of the cozy confines of the airport I gotta look around and see what the heck, where am I going? But I'm leaving here somewhere. Let's just go out already. Oh, I gotta call the old Lyft because I don't do Uber. I read somewhere that Uber underpays their drivers. Lyft does. They pay their drivers less than Lyft. So I deleted the Uber app from my phone and I use the Lyft, and I'll be getting a Lyft. All right, that is it for Wisdom Wednesday. And so that'll do it. I got to get out of here, folks. Got to call the Lyft, which means phone is going off from the live broadcast and going on to the Lyft app. And I'll be back tomorrow on Throwback Thursday, where I will bring something out of the past and share it with you. And I hope you'll be here with me. Thanks to everyone being here live and watching on the replay. Thanks to Ace, Jeremy Danley. Ace has been on my videos recently, Ace. So, but I just see the little picture of you with the red, white, and blue and the gun, clinging to your guns and Bibles. How dare you? As the all-American person you are, how dare you not dislike America? And so that's about it. Yes, I will see you soon. Catch you tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. Bye-bye.